I'd like to introduce Chief of Department, Jeffrey Madry.
Commissioner, thank you. Good evening to members of the media. Today's date, at approximately 5:20 p.m., pursuant to an investigation, members of the Brooklyn Warrant Squad responded to a building located at 485 East 21st Street, apartment 1E as in Edward. They were in search of a male who was wanted for a bench warrant and who also was suspected of other crimes. And I'll let the Chief of Detectives get into that later. But the detectives were able to enter the apartment. They were let into the apartment. As they walk through the apartment, they get to a rear bathroom where they observe a male, fully dressed, hooded sweatshirt on, is hiding in the bathtub. The members from the warrant squad gave numerous commands to the male. They gave commands to get out of the tub, to show his hands, and then they realized that he was armed with a knife, and they gave numerous commands for him to drop the knife. The sergeant on the scene tried to deploy the taser, but the taser did not work. At that point, the male jumped out of the tub and advanced on the officers, and at least 3 officers fired their weapons, an unknown amount of shots at this time, which is part of the investigation. The male went down. The members of the warrant squad were able to subdue him, put him in handcuffs, and at that point, they started to render life-saving measures. The male was eventually removed to a local area hospital, and he succumbed to his injuries. The members of the warrant squad was removed to a local area hospital for evaluation as well. And at this time, I'm going to let Chief Kenny, Chief of Detectives, to provide you with a little bit more information in regards to the male and why the detectives were at this building this evening. Chief.
Thank you, Chief. The subject in regards to this investigation, his name is Vilmond Jean-Baptiste. He is a male, 38 years old. He resided in Brooklyn, New York. He has 1 prior arrest in 2015 for reckless endangerment, and as the Chief mentioned, he had an open and active bench warrant that was issued in Kings County back in 2022. He is also a strong person of interest in 2 separate homicides that resulted in the death of 3 people. We have a double homicide stabbing that took place in July in the confines of the 6-6 precinct, where a female, 54 years old, and a male, 24 years old, was stabbed to death. He was also a person of interest and a suspect in another stabbing that occurred in August in the confines of the 6-3 precinct, where a female, 66 years old, was stabbed to death. Members of the Fugitive Enforcement Unit were tasked with locating this subject based on that open bench warrant. When they arrived at this location, like the Chief said, an apprehension attempt was made, and unfortunately, he charged the officers with a knife, and they were forced to discharge their weapons.
Okay.
Prior to taking any questions, I'm going to have Commissioner Daughtry just speak about the use of the taser.
Thank you very much, Deputy Commissioner Kaz Daughtry, Deputy Commissioner of Operations. The taser X7. Now, you heard what Chief Kenny said. This individual, we like him, the suspect, for 3 homicides. 3. When the individual was inside of the bathroom, when the suspect was inside of the bathroom, the sergeant deployed this taser. The taser was ineffective. The sergeant then tried to take out another cartridge to insert into the taser when the suspect came out of the bathroom with a knife and almost attempted to stab our sergeant, and the officers were forced to use deadly physical force to take the suspect down. Thank you.
We're going to take a couple of questions
All right,
now.
folks, we have time for some questions. We're going to start with Stefan Kim from WABC.
The 66th precinct stabbing, is he related to that victim?
He has a relationship with the victim. His MO seems to be he begins to date older women, and then they allow him to reside in his house to use narcotics.
So the relationship is...
The relationship was romantic in nature.
All right, folks, we're going to go over to WPIX McGee Hickey.
Were bottles thrown at police officers when the suspect was brought out?
Yes.
What happened? Was anyone injured?
One officer was hit in the head with a bottle and removed to the hospital.
Any other questions? Any other questions? We're going to go over to the New York Times, Julian Roberts.
All right, police are wrapping up a press conference in Flatbush on East 21st Street. Police had entered an apartment there. They were looking for a man who was wanted in 3 homicides. We can tell you, they say they gave numerous warnings for him to drop a knife that he had in his hand, but he lunged at him. They opened fire. The man died. Now, we will have a full wrap-up on this story tonight at 11, and for right now, we'll be right back with more news.